Okay, it says we're live. Welcome, you guys. We've got a great panel here. Look, we've got four squares all lit up. Maggie, my co-host, welcome.
Hi,
Maggie.
everyone.
Maggie, I see you've changed your decor.
Oh, yes. Just to keep up with the process, like, you know.
Is that a picture of Justin back there?
No. This has no resemblance to that person at all.
No, that's a good-looking dude in that picture.
Yeah, Justin looks like a rat fucker.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I put him up there.
What's that?
That's why I put him up there. Just for this
balance.
Yeah, it'll cleanse our palates. You know, and then Maggie has this shirt. She has a prop shirt. Maggie, show your shirt.
Can you see it?
I may be wrong, but it's highly unlikely. Oh, I can appreciate that sentiment.
Oh,
yes. So next, Veronika, Agent Varonika is with us. Welcome, Agent Varonika.
Hello.
It's good to see you again. You're looking well.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, isn't it nice to be had? Yeah.
Yes.
And Michael Omni-Eris, welcome to our little shindig.
Howdy. I'm a little low energy today, but I'm here.
Well, you hang in there for as long as you can, sweetheart. If you have to duck out, we'll understand.
I'll be fine.
But okay, backstage, we were talking about Justin. Of course, this is, the guy who pooped in our yard. We were talking about it, and this blew me away, Michael. When I first heard that, I did not realize that, number one, I knew he was sort of there back with PJC and Vitaly. And I knew
he came to Patrick's defense right after Vitaly's body was found, and he was just saying things like, it doesn't matter what Patrick did here, because Patrick's spiritually sick, and you're attacking a spiritually sick man. It's like, that's what he did to Vitaly, you idiot. That's why I'm attacking him, you fool. But anyway.
So that's been his justification all along. For 4 years, it hasn't changed.
Yes. And he brings it up every time he comes back. It's almost like it just happened yesterday and we're starting over. It's just, I don't even talk about Patrick anymore, but nobody does because Patrick's gone. And yet Justin just comes out of nowhere to suddenly bring all this back up again. Everyone's already moved on except for Justin, apparently.
Except for Justin. Well, that was his only validity at the beginning, and he has just carried it forth. But what really blew my mind was that he asked for money. I dodged that bullet. I did not dodge that bullet 3 times, okay? But I dodged that one.
It was Lisa Carley that gave him the money, so we are all, nobody needs to feel too bad. So.
Oh, hell, I don't feel bad. But I could not believe that at one time he asked for money, took it, showed very little gratitude, and then he said to repay you, he came back here to this platform to save your soul, and that's the big favor he's doing.
That's okay. I'm good. Thanks, Justin.
Yeah, I'm good too, dude. I don't need it. But to Justin's latest, he started taking on Amy Shaw.
Oh my God, who's even thought of her in forever? Is there anyone else he wants to pull out of the woodwork? Okay, so
who's that? The writer's muse? Is that who that is?
Yeah,
I'm remembering who that was.
Yeah,
talking about.
Yes, and he went after her, and I'm sure he has been scanning other videos that we have all been on. I'm sure he does. Because he makes notes about us. He's like a real stalker.
Imagine those notes. It's probably like a serial killer chicken scribble. It probably isn't even on one line. He probably writes diagonally because he's such a psycho.
Oh, I know, and the pages are all greasy and
covered in jism and blood.
God, yeah, sacrificial blood. But anyway, I was on a show with Amy Shaw, and she and I made amends, because we used to get into some heated discussions over Patrick John Coleman because she was, she said she leaned into that and just went all on board with Patrick. And so she and I were at odds for a while, but we were on this show together where we kind of said, okay, we both got sucked in. You a little more intensely, Amy Shaw, but so we sort of became friends. And so Justin, I know he saw that show because it's related to us. And so he went after her. You know, bless her heart, she's not hurting anybody.
Is she even still around?
She is. She's not as active on YouTube as she used to be, but she's still around. But you know, she does fucking no harm. You know, and she has no.
I don't know. I don't know. She did harm when she was supporting Patrick, and when she was defending all of Patrick's abusing Vitaly. She might have flipped eventually because Patrick like shit on her one too many times, but she was totally fine with what he was doing. And she's also a Charles Manson defender. So even though I'm glad she turned on Patrick, she's a loon. Like she's out there.
Well,
she's spiritually sick.
Yeah.
See, I can't bash her because, you know, she's making her own way, you know, in the world. But yeah, I think she's weird for being on the Charlie Manson train. But, you know, I like a certain brand of toilet paper and I won't switch. You know, we all have our quirks.
You were sold out over there, aren't you?
What? Okay. That I'm not talking about this global event that shows an example of how to paralyze an entire planet. I will not go into that.
Nobody's buying food; they're only buying toilet roll. What's up with
just nuts. Yeah, I was sitting in the pharmacy the other day, and my prescription wasn't ready, so they invited me to sit down here. And so, just listening to people coming up to the pharmacist in absolute terror that they were going to die, their grandma was going to die, you know, and there was no hand sanitizer. No toilet paper. Go figure. You know, I can't figure that one out. No alcohol left on the shelves, and people are losing their minds. And it's global. It's everywhere. I said I wasn't going to talk about that. Okay, one more thing. As long as I'm talking about it. Sorry. True accounts of people actually catching that virus. They say it was like a mild cold.
Yeah.
Mild cold, and then they say, but it can turn into pneumonia. Well, that's what a chest cold is. Oh yeah, I had a cold that went into my chest. Now, you know, there's always that risk. Okay, I am done. God, I'm going to hell. I wasn't going to talk about that. Okay, so anyway, Justin had said, you know, as he's walking around his house, and walking in
circles over and over and over.
Yeah, I wonder if there is a substance abuse there going on because he does
I don't know.
Sniffing. He has lost a great deal of weight.
It's probably a lot of mold in the walls in his house, and it's just affecting his brain.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of times these kinds of people do abuse substances, but Justin, I think, is just a moron. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's high on anything.
Really,
except he's inbred. That's probably what's causing the stupidity.
Or dropped on his head, or just really frenetic. But you know, he's pacing.
He's still got his Christmas tree up. I noticed.
Yeah. He's not going to take it down. That's how you know he's unemployable. He can't even take down a Christmas tree 3 months after Christmas. There's no way he's going to do a menial job.
I know. Well, you know, he's got a head start on next year. You know, I applaud him for that.
Yeah, he's thinking ahead. See, we thought he's a lazy idiot, but in fact, he's just a really smart genius who prepared ahead of time.
He's so far ahead of us all. God, I don't know why he only has 15 subscribers.
So wait, why is he attacking Amy for not defending Patrick?
Because she is a spiritual healer that takes money.
If he took money.
Yeah.
At least she offered a service.
Yeah. And she offers elaborate services. You know, she's got the bones, she's got the feathers, she's got all the rituals down. She has studied, man. You know, she was a scholar of this shit. But she takes my, and so that was his main premise for bashing Amy.
You know what? It's only a matter of time before he starts working Raksha Moose and Vitriol Vic into his stupid videos.
Oh, except Raksha Moose isn't around anymore. I don't know what happened to him. He might be under another name somewhere in chats, but I haven't seen him in a year, more than that. Can't remember, but that would be a hoot. Yeah.
I wanted to ask, is he still on your Facebook accounts, like leaving nasty comments?
No, I haven't seen him since last weekend. And I guess Robin said, I didn't see it, but he mentioned it in a video and he said, that's ridiculous. I haven't been stalking her Facebook account. I haven't been on there for 5 days.
Oh, okay. Remember when he was off it for a year due to a legal order that forced him off the internet?
Oh, really?
Yeah, a whole year. He was, and his kid was taken away from him. I still don't know what happened. There was some incident. It was right after we gave him money, actually. And then his wife had to come on and beg for money because he wasn't allowed to.
Wow.
I have a theory about that because of just our experience.
It's his sister? You think it's his sister? That's his wife?
No.
Sister wife.
Yeah.
Boy, I love your twist to things, Michael.
Well, it's not even a twist. It seems like a pretty good possibility that is the case.
I know,
They
sadly.
do look familiar.
Yeah,
Similar.
but he had, in one of his pacing videos, he said that, yeah, sure, there was some trouble. Yeah, sure. He was in deep psychosis. Yeah, sure. And then he was gone. He couldn't see his wife. I'm wondering if it was a 5150.
No. He was given a restraining order, which legally prevented him from being on the internet due to something. I'm assuming that sounds like a death threat. Like he probably made a death threat against somebody. But it wasn't just that he disappeared due to mental health issues. He was legally prevented from getting online.
You don't think it was that one where he went on his show after we bumped him from your chat, and he went over there and said, Omni, I'm going to kill you.
It wasn't nothing with me. If he had filed, like, I would have had to press charges for there to be any results of a death threat being made. He must have threatened someone in his life, like maybe his brother who he fights with all the time, or he threatened somebody who called the police on him. And I'm not saying that he did threaten somebody. Let me be clear. I'm just saying whatever got him thrown off the internet, if it was a threat, it had to have been legally taken action against.
I really liked his brother. The little while he left those clips of his brother up there, I thought his brother was cool. He was drunk as shit on there talking about Justin, but who wouldn't?
I want to see them.
It was gone so quick. I know other people know how to mirror videos. I'm still going to learn that.
If they're gone though, then you can't mirror it anymore.
So did he take them up because he was hiding them or because he made a mistake?
I think he took them off just because he takes shit down.
Yeah, he does an auto reset pretty frequently, so he can always change the story.
Yeah, and he says he takes those down just to illustrate how much better he's getting. He says, you don't understand. I'm getting better and better. And if there's something wrong, I said, I'm going to take it down.
If he's getting better and he wants to demonstrate it, wouldn't he leave the old clips up so that we can compare? Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah, as an example of his process and his progress.
There's something that's really stupid about Justin. I mean, we already know that, but like, if you're leaving a comment, he'll delete your comment, and then you'll say, did you just delete my comment? And he goes, I haven't deleted comments here ever. I never do anything like that.
I know. Just a total liar.
Right. It's the same thing when he says, like, years ago, certain things happened. It's like, dude, we were there. You can't lie to someone who was there. If you deleted a comment, we know you deleted it because we posted it and it's gone. So you deleted it. And we know, like, what happened years ago because we're the people you introduced yourself to, you idiot. So,
Right.
but it's one of those things, like, a lot of psychopaths think they can trick you into denying your own reality. Yeah. Well, some of them are smart enough to be good at that. It's just that Justin is way too stupid. So he should stop trying to pull it off.
Oh, yeah, he does not have the skills. That skill set belongs to Patrick John Coleman in a lot of ways.
Patrick's pretty stupid, too.
Yeah,
Patrick needed drugs to manipulate people.
Well, that's true. But then his mom died and he had no money for anything.
Yeah, I really want to know more about what's going on with that now, but I just know they're in Hopkinsville Supposedly, actually, I don't know that for sure.
Supposedly. Yeah, and I had asked Vino for that shot of Patrick in the McDonald's, and Vino didn't answer me. So I think maybe they deleted it from their phone, whoever took that picture. But anyway, Hopkinsville, that is interesting. Oh, okay. So in today's videos, Justin was talking about the gays. And he says he doesn't have anything against gays, but the Bible says, you're going to be cast in a way.
The Bible says that blasphemy is a mortal sin. So,
but wait a minute. If he's the final authority on the Bible, then why does it matter what the Bible says? If he's God,
yeah,
can we change the rules?
Yeah, if he has no problem with gays and he's God, then why did he put it in the Bible to begin with? Doesn't really follow.
Yeah, and I've never found any passages in the Bible because I used to, be into that study shit. And there was really never anything said about it, especially in the New Testament. Mm-hmm. But he said that the only reason he is harassing you is, because he wants to save your soul, for one thing. And
I already sold my soul to Satan, so he should just give up. It's done deal. I signed the contract. It's done.
Sealed forever.
He says now that he's the Grim Reaper, so it's just a matter of time before he says he's Satan.
Yeah, he says he's collecting souls. He actually said that he's collecting souls.
How many does he got? One, his wife's.
Yeah,
that's it.
Wait, she doesn't have a soul. She's a soulless automaton.
I know he ate it a long time ago.
Well, she's a bright one, isn't she?
She is like, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel bad because she seems like she has Stockholm syndrome, but then I'm like, you must be a really wretched, horrible bitch to have lasted this long with Justin.
20 years, I guess, since they were teenagers. Yeah. So, but anyway, he says that he just doesn't understand your minions. He doesn't understand why there's this friendship and that, people like you. He said, because of your dirty mouth, you're filthy. Hell, that's what I love best about you.
Right.
But he said that dirty mouth is going to send everybody to hell, and he doesn't understand why.
Well, he said I was perverted. What have I said that's been perverted? I mean,
this drives me crazy.
He came to me and started talking about how I spread my legs for anybody, and asking about my elective surgery, but I'm the pervert,
So he's got a problem with you being a pervert, my dirty words. However, Patrick essentially admitting to telling Vitaly to kill himself on camera weeks before his body was found. That's okay because Patrick was spiritually sick. Well, what if Varonika and I are just spiritually sick? How come he's not defending us? We seem a little less spiritually sick than the people he likes.
What's the difference between having a demon and being spiritually sick anyway? I guess I need some help with that, Justin. Please explain.
That's another thing. Justin says, the doc or one of us said that he had a demon, and he said, I have lots of demons. I have a lot of demons. Really? You needed to tell us that? He said he had a lot of demons.
He controls his demons, though. He has them under submission.
You know what? He says it like we're going to be scared, like, oh, shit, he's got a bunch of demons? Dude, we've been making that joke forever, so you're not exactly very clever to just make it yourself. I mean, I'm pretty sure Doc makes the joke, I am Legion, like every week. So Justin probably stole it from him.
Well, the one video he was making, Michael, I swear he was trying to imitate you. He wants to be just like you. You're sitting there and he's like vaping. And trying to be just like you.
The headphones and the vaping.
Yeah.
The funny thing with Justin is like, so I was mentioning this before we went on. At first he came at us to attack, and then he really wanted to be our friend. And we're friends with all kinds of crazy people, at least the people in my audience. And so we were being friendly, and we even gave him money. But his problem is he wants to be your friend, but you have to accept that he's God. That's just part of the deal. And that's not how friendships work. So whatever slack he was given for being a weirdo, he basically he cut the slack himself or cut the line. I don't know. I'm getting my metaphors mixed up.
I get it. Yeah, he just polished that off. He ended it. He burnt down the lodge. And yeah, he burnt that bridge actually before he got to it. Yeah, but in return, he wants to save us all. But I'll bet it just galls him that we're all such jolly good friends. And he's not part of that. Rhonda and I were talking, and by the way, Veronica, thank you for calling me the other day, because she sent me a link, and I watched a couple of Justin's videos, and I was just inflamed. I had this moment of peak, and I was just growling at Veronica, and she called me up on Facebook. And I got to tell you, I never said a curse word before I was in my 40s. I was such a good girl, you guys. But I let fly with every curse word to Veronica that I had in my brain. And Veronica, apologize to your family member. I saw that person in the background. Here's this crazy old lady spewing this filth out of her mouth. But thank you for that. But anyway, okay, I forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, Justin, okay, somebody saved me because I got on a roll talking about something. Oh, I know.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Tiny gay bladder interval already so soon in the show. But Rhonda.
Yeah.
Veronica, shit. Well, he knows.
Okay, everybody knows.
I know. You did a gematria calculation
That was
on your own.
Well, it's pretty easy. You just take the word, you put it in the gematrix, and it, the number pops up. So I created a little sentence. Justin McRae, you are a liar and a leg humper. And what do you know? McRae and liar are the exact same number.
Oh, wow. It must mean something.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? But he always uses that as one of his primary proof, the maths.
Yeah.
But you just, there's your primary proof that he's a leg humper.
First of all, I don't like it when they say McRae. McRae is a family name.
Yeah.
I'm Justin Lou Ray, not McRae.
And I looked up the name McRae. It's an Anglo-Saxon name. It's a recent name. So I don't understand how Ray comes from McRae. Okay, Ray is in there, but guess what? Maybe you are a ray of light, but it's like from a fluorescent bulb, Justin.
Yeah,
I'm just a light. That's what you are.
I know. And he had a special message for Doc Savage saying, "And Doc, it's not Ra, it's Ray, like a ray of sun."
No, it's Ra. Ra is how you pronounce the sun god. We're not going to change the pronunciation because of your stupid last name, moron.
It's Ra.
You should have said Justin McRaw.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. Justin McRaw. Yeah. Okay. So, the writer's muse. Oh, okay. Here's another thing. I actually made a sentence. I made a note for the show. Okay, he talks about him being God and the Son and the God, and he's all one, but he's delivering the messages. Okay, in all the religious studies I did over those decades and shit, what happened to the Holy Ghost? The Holy Trinity, Father, Son. He
doesn't, does he?
Never. Never mentioned the Holy Ghost, and God, the Holy Ghost was like your best buddy.
That's too feminine. I think he hates women too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, the Holy Ghost, you think is too? Oh,
and there's the Father and the Son. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed too when he was leaving the nasty comments to Veronica, I left a comment like I don't even remember what I said, and he's like "fuck you," and he blocked me. Yeah. I'm like, so you can leave a shitload of
He can't argue with you because you have original thoughts and ideas, and all he has is scripture. I am God, and then he throws a little scripture at you. And says gematria is math, and that's it. That's it.
I think too. He wants you, Veronica. He knows that you were with Steven, and he's like, well, I'm God, so maybe I can get Veronica. Yeah. So I think maybe he feels entitled to you.
Maybe he has a chance if he can save her soul. I mean,
But he's like, "You're so dumb. You fell for Steven." And then his
That's
wife
how-
says the same thing. And then she's like, "But you're so evil because you left Steven when he was
and then
mentally ill."
he says, but Stephen doesn't have scars like I have.
Steven has scars on his head from his chemical burns.
Exactly. He has his own version of scars.
Yeah. Steven suffered way more than Justin, too, by the way, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Probably.
no kidding. Justin probably was allowed a cell phone when he was locked up.
Veronica, didn't they say you're the gold digger in the relationship with Steven?
Yeah. That I just spread my legs to anybody who has money.
He doesn't
and
have
I
money.
want fame. That's all I want. Yeah, he never had a penny. Ever.
Yeah, he was trying for a while to manipulate you into liking him again so you would pay for his lawyer to get him out of prison.
Right? He asked me to marry him because he needed my money.
After he said he would never do that, right?
Right?
Oh God. Yeah. Justin is probably just makes his teeth grit because, Stephen, you were with Stephen and you're not with him.
Boy.
But his wife is perfect, so I don't know why he'd want me.
Wasn't he receiving nude photos from a woman or something?
Yeah, I saw a
and his wife was mad at him?
Somebody said that Justin had left his wife, and his wife came in and made a comment. And was like, "Well, that's not what happened. He was getting nude photos from someone, and I deleted them from his phone." So, hey, Cassandra, if you're watching, there's a proverb that says, "A dog returns to his vomit." So,
wow.
Do you understand that?
So he's forgiven for trying to cheat on his wife, but your perverse words and both, I guess, are nasty words. That's actually much worse than trying to cheat on your spouse. Okay.
An adulterous God.
Mm.
Oh yeah, boy! A guy only says that about a woman when he's lusting. He's just obviously lusting. Poor, funny-looking little guy. Oh, and he said he chose the time to be reincarnated in this body.
What a horrible decision!
There's another thing, Justin. Why'd you pick that one?
Yeah. You could do so much better with a different choice. I mean, the choice you picked, what is he, like 40-something now? And he's not 37, not going anywhere. So I would have picked a different vessel, personally.
Yeah. He's got nasty eye, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A weak-eyed, bad tooth.
Bad hair with a home done haircut, and he walks around with his headphones.
He also says he brings up how I pointed out that I said, like, do you used to beat your wife? Or do you still beat your wife? And he goes, some people can change. And so now, like, that's become his talking point. He repeats that all the time. He goes, Omni can't change, but I can change a lot. Some people can change. It's like, if you can change, why are you still making the same videos you made 4 fucking years ago? You clearly can't change at all. So you probably still are beating your wife as well.
And he does it over and over and over, and he says,
what, beating his wife or repeating himself?
Repeating himself. And I'm getting better. Well, no, Jesus is supposed to come back all perfect, guys.
Look at Jesus' miraculous recovery from when he was in the psych ward for thinking he was God. Oh, it looks like they should not have let him out. How did that happen?
Well, it's a budgetary crisis.
Yeah, it is. Really, from everywhere.
The crazies are, you ought to see where I live, man. There are crazies everywhere, and I'm sure just as crazy.
I know, you're near Escondido.
I'm near Escondido. You said it right.
Oh, yeah, I got it right from last time.
Yeah, boy, you're a quick study, Michael. Yay, you said Escondido right. Yay.
With all these people who go to mental asylums, especially the ones who say that they're God and then they do get let out, it's because they looked that psychiatrist in the eye at some point and said, I know that I'm not God. Even if they were lying, they betrayed their own conviction to get out of the psych ward. Right. So And that's another reason how Kevin doesn't really think he's a targeted individual. He had to tell them he doesn't believe that to get let out. So all of these people, you can tell they're full of shit.
Mm.
Well,
Anyway.
but it's their shtick. That's how they get attention. He's like,
not
mommy,
worth
mommy,
it.
mommy, look at me, mommy, 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 look at me. And it's only us that he's focused on. His entire life is devoted to the order.
Wouldn't you think he would find another group to try and start this with? Or is he just burnt? I guess you can just look him up now, so he's just burnt, right?
I don't burnt. What do you mean burnt?
I mean, no matter where he goes to try and start shit, with another group of people or whatever, they can always just look up who he is now. It should be really easy to find.
Oh yeah,
It's dead easy to find.
Yeah.
I ain't so.
Yeah, I need to start tagging my videos. You too, Michael. We need tags.
I
never
always
do
tag my
tags.
videos.
Do you really? I never have tagged. Okay, I need to add some Justin Jerkelheimer jackass to all of my videos so that he can be found, and then we'll come up on the Google search.
Do we know where they're at right now?
They're in North Carolina, outside of Greensboro, somewhere, I think.
Look at that.
Steven's in prison in North Carolina
I
too.
bet they're not too far apart because I don't know. I'd have to look at a map to see where Greensboro and Butner are, but
I bet you they're not the only messiahs in North Carolina.
I know they said it's like what do they call it? The ley lines of the geography for the magical place.
Yeah.
Sedona
I'm
is
running
one.
right through here.
Yeah.
Escondido is one. Okay, now North Carolina is one. Okay, we've got a whole grid going.
It's the intestinal tract of the world.
Oh, I know, and it's not even the descending colon; it's the place where all
Small
the things are.
intestine.
Yeah.
God, that's weird. Okay, so does anybody have any kind of? You want to talk about anything else?
I talk a lot, so anybody else?
Well, I talk a lot too. God, I can't stop me from running off at the mouth.
How about his defense of Shani? Oh, sorry, what was that, Maggie?
Right?
Oh, Shani. Oh, I've got to tell you. I was watching you last night.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. And my husband was sat next to me and he's going, well, what's that about? Who's that? I said, that's Michael, who was on the show. That's Doc. And he said, what's that thing in the middle?
It's a Star Wars. They cut it from Star Wars.
He said, oh, Shani, because he don't know nothing about this. So I got the video out from the link that was private.
Did you showed him the porn? Why did you do that to your own husband? You are twisted.
I know, but his face was magic.
That reminds me.
He said, what the fuck was that? Put it away.
It's like Faces of Death.
It was the bum.
A big bum. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the video "One Man, One Cup"? Any of you ladies?
No.
Two girls.
Okay, so this is what.
To Robin.
Oh, I'll send it to Robin. No, I'm not going to look at it. I can't look at it again. But when you were saying you made your husband look at the Shani porn, it made me think of when somebody made me watch One Man, One Cup. So this guy puts a cup up his butthole, upside down, and you're thinking like, oh, what the hell's he doing that for? But my friend's like, you have to watch it. So, and then all of a sudden the cup shatters and blood just starts pouring, and I just started screaming, and I ran, and he followed me with the laptop, holding it, making me stare at it. And I'm just imagining the Shani porn is a very similar experience for the unprepared mind.
Right. I sent it to my daughter, and she's like, "Oh my God!"
No, I haven't insulted my kids yet, but that's to come.
What if this is what Shani finally gets famous for? Freakish internet porn.
Oh, that brand. Oh,
She was plugging it again last night. I thought maybe she was ashamed and wanting to kill herself and all of that. But last
That
night,
didn't last long.
no, she was plugging it again. If you want to see my big fat ass, go to fansonly.com.
And her big fat ass is the size of Southeast Asia.
Oh my God, it's enormous.
Tokyo.
Yeah, they could.
Geography.
You'll remember they could not fit her in a police car, and they had to call an ambulance to arrest her in that video.
Oh,
So,
God.
oh, he put it in my butthole. Oh,
Yeah.
her noises are bizarre, right? Like not even the talking, but just the. What is that? I've seen Japanese porn has less weird people making noises.
Yeah, I always, when I was younger and very naive, I was shown porn for the very first time. I think I was like 19 or something, and it was really bad because all the women did that and do it to me, baby.
That's what Shanny does.
Yeah, it's like really bad.
I love that she's pissing on him, and he's like, I think I made her squirt, folks. I'm pretty sure she squirted. It's like, she did not squirt. We have heard the noises she makes, and there is no way she's having an orgasm.
I don't feel like going to the bathroom before we have sex, so I'm just going to wait and pretend I'm not squirting on you.
Yeah. I'll just do it right here and turn the bed into it.
She's like, I hate this motherfucker. I am gonna piss on him.
Y'all, there's no such thing as squirting. It's peeing. It's called peeing.
See, I don't know. I can't say. Some people say it's real, and I've never been with a woman. So I'm just like, I don't know. I have no clue.
I don't know anything about squirting. That's all I can tell you. So.
You never squirted on anyone, Veronica?
No.
Well, I won't have any true confessions about that one back in.
What about you, Maggie?
You say nothing for me.
Yeah. Well, Maggie and I
squirted.
Well, hello.
I was watching a little bit of your when you were, was it Secular Opinions you were on with?
Oh yeah.
He said what did he say? He might have reached up there and popped a cyst.
Hey, wait, no, we shouldn't laugh like this. Shanny might scratch her arms up because she doesn't
with a brush, with a brush.
Yeah. What is that? What are we supposed to believe that is? It's not like she took a weapon to her arm.
No.
It's literally tiny scratches. Is that self-harm, really? That doesn't count.
No, that's intentional.
Exactly.
100%.
Well, she probably bit a chunk out of her fingernails and scratched her arm in the bathtub. Come on, there was no blood. She scratched herself, and she's I hurt myself.
I'm not that bad.
Look at what you did to me. Look at what you people did to me.
Yeah, I took too much Prozac one time way back, and I had something called dermagraphis, and you could just touch your arm and draw your finger down, and you could write things on your skin. Dermagraphis. That wasn't even that. She just scratched herself with some raggedy fingernails.
Yeah, she didn't even attempt. She's like, I don't even feel like doing it. They'll just buy it. Let me just scratch it for a second.
Yeah.
It's like put some theater into it, okay? Like, give us a show.
I know. Hire a makeup artist and do some gore on it.
Right?
Come on, it can't be that hard.
Well, she's not very good with the makeup, so.
Hell, she's got so much riding on this. She could make a real fake attempt.
She really does, and she does have all the assorted makeup palettes. You know, she showed us makeup palettes.
Once she can find.
Oh, yeah.
That G-Man video, like she starts putting the one where she's a little tweaky. By the end of it, she's just got a big pink splotch on one side of her face. It's like none of it is symmetrical. It's like, what the fuck? And that's expensive makeup.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It ain't top of the line shit, believe me.
Well, it's expensive for her.
Well, it's expensive for her. But that was when she was wearing the baseball cap.
The baseball cap? Well, what was that look? It's like, Shanny, you are not remotely cute enough to like pull this off. What the hell are you thinking?
Yeah.
They should have never closed SeaWorld. Now look at what's going on.
Did they close SeaWorld? I didn't know that.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, don't be kidding. You're telling the truth. It's like the early prisoner release here in California. Free the whales. And now look what we have.
Free Shanny.
Oh yeah, boy.
You know what? Even her name, she sounds like a Shanny. She looks like a Shanny. It's a perfect name.
Shan. Wow. Soaks up all the moisture in your. Oh God. Yeah, boy. I wonder where she's going from here. So, is it true that she's been brought up on charges again?
No, I don't know. It didn't seem last night as though the police had actually come. So probably whoever said they were a mandated reporter was just fucking with her.
Just fucking with her. Yeah, and then she's like I said in your chat, Michael. She's like Sybil. That's that multiple personality woman. The movie was made of her. Sally Field starred in her. Joanne Woodward. Sybil.
That's interesting. Do you think Sybil was real? Do you think she really had multiple personality disorder? Or do you think that she was just a crazy bitch who was kind of coming up with a new way to get attention?
Like Shanny? I think she was legit. I think she was legit. And because
I don't know.
There are really, very few cases that are documented, really, because people are just nuts and playing a part like Shanny does and Patrick used to. And Justin, but I think she was legit. And then because she appeared later, she said, she chooses not to integrate all of her personality. Anyway, it was a big, long saga.
That to me, I choose not to integrate my personalities, sounds to me like she's full of shit. If you're aware that you have multiple personality disorder, but you choose to, then see, I don't believe actual multiple personality disorder exists. Sorry about that.
I saw an interview with some guy was interviewing a girl who claimed to have dissociative personality disorder. And supposedly she brought forth this 3-year-old child and all this. It was so contrived.
It's an adult acting like they think a 3-year-old would.
She's just really comfortable with you. That's why she came out,
That shit's creepy, really.
Yeah, it was weird.
Did you ever see the trans age man? He's like 50-something, and he says he's 6-year-old girl on the inside, and he dresses like a girl, and he wants to hang out with little children. It's like, dude, we know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Of course he wants to hang out with little girls. Boy, there are different angles, so that's kind of brilliant. That's a different twist.
It's not very brilliant. Everyone's like, dude, you're not fooling anybody. So
well, they fool them better than probably a forest ranger or a scout leader does.
You may be a little girl on the inside, but the body's saying,
Yeah, the body says you're a 55-year-old fat guy.
Right.
Yeah, with hairy pubes. Yeah.
We don't know about that. I hope not.
Well, I know I'm making assumptions. Okay, so just a shout out to the chat because I've been so engaged with you guys. Charles Williamson is in there. Lee Veltman, Sunshine on Sophia. Oh, Jericho D. Wow, look at some friends are here. How cool is that? Michelle Embry.
So shy.
Yeah. Okay, there's somebody else in the chat that I won't refer to because I'm not giving Justin a doorway to somebody.
Oh, is he in there? Oh, you okay? No, you just don't want to.
I don't want to billboard anybody because
is Justin there?
Oh, Arch Mine's in as well. Hi, Deborah.
It's too much of a wimp to show up. And
Justin, you're a pussy and you're an idiot. Just want you to know.
Well, you know what? We have 14 watching now, and there are only 9 people in the chat, 8 people. So hi, Justin. Okay, I know you're probably socially inept, Justin, but please come on. I will send you the link, Justin. If you give me a shout in the chat, I will send you the link. You come on with us.
Come on. This
show us how you can keep your cool and how much you've changed, right?
Yeah, and we'll help you kill some of those demons you're carrying around, dear. Come sit by Grandma.
Plus,
And
3 women and a homo. God, we're outnumbered by the brilliant, shining God
Right.
Justin himself.
3 women and a homo.
He's such a homophobe.
Mm.
What?
Well, that's
And-
probably because he wants some wiener in his mouth.
And,
Mhm.
oh, I know, and not only in his mouth.
Justin is pretty good. You should try it.
Yes.
I'm a
I may
fan.
be wrong.
Yeah. Oh, Jericho D. Justin. Oh, okay. I will post a link in the chat. I should post a link to Justin's
Is
channel.
Justin really about to hop on here? Damn, it's going to make my Sunday.
Oh,
I hope he will, but he's no, Jericho D was asking who Justin was. I'm just assuming Justin is watching because I'm sure he'll do a big video repeating everything we said. You know, I kind of like
Got me
it.
all excited.
Oh, I know.
Well, he'll watch eventually. So anyway, Justin,
yeah.
you're a pussy idiot.
He'll
Yeah.
probably make a video in about 2 minutes after this one's over.
Yeah, he probably is watching. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
People in the chat want to know who he is.
Justin is a closet homosexual who beats his wife. He has a kid that was taken away from him after he was kicked off of the internet for a year. We're still not entirely sure what happened there. He thinks that he's a reincarnated God, all of them, but specifically Jesus and Ra. Oh,
Yeah.
He has a 4-inch penis. I think I'm exaggerating a little bit. And his IQ hovers around 75.
75. That's being very generous. And he thinks we're all Jews.
Well, hey, aren't we all secretly Jews?
Aren't we
Shalom.
all secretly Jews? Well, you know, he uses it
Assalamu
as
alaikum.
You think justice is justice? Do you think Justin is a racist?
That was a
Yeah.
Freudian slip, Veronica. You know that I really am the spirit of justice.
No.
Yeah, oh God, yeah, I'm a secret Jew. I'm a Jew by osmosis because, you know, I work in a city where there are a lot of Jews. Neener. Yeah, there's something wrong with that. Something wrong with being gay. Something wrong with being Jewish.
Yeah. I mean, he mentions the Constitution all the time. Like, he does realize there's other people in the world? I mean,
They don't deserve rights.
are only Americans going to make it into heaven?
Well, he was born in America, so fuck all those other countries, right? Veronica, you know you sang justice instead. He's going to mention 40 times in his next video, right?
Of course.
Who's Pete John, I'd like to know. The face
What's
looks very familiar.
Wait, who?
Someone in the chat called Kate Ton.
Oh, I don't know.
Caked on. I don't know who it is. Oh, it says he's caked on is not Justin. Yeah, right.
Allahu Akbar, Justin.
And,
Bye, sunshine. Sorry.
and Shabbat Shalom for next week.
No.
Okay, somebody in the chat
Tennis.
is over people bashing. Yeah, well, sunshine.
Over people bashing. What the hell you think is going to happen here?
Yeah, Vicky, this is kind of like it's a
what we do.
fidget spinner. It's a fidget spinner. It's what we do on a Sunday on my little granny channel. Oh, that's another thing. I'm guilty of being old.
Guilty.
Yeah. He's also an ageist. He's
an ageist.
homophobe, an ageist.
Ageophobe.
Yeah.
An ageophobe. Yeah,
Ageophobe.
sexist. Except
Everything is. Really?
Yeah. He's just I love me and anyone who loves me. That's what Justin is.
Still.
Well, his kid won't love him much longer.
Right?
Around.
Well, if they keep him sheltered, because we were talking about that, right, Robin? That he's probably homeschooled. So, how's he going to know any better?
I would guess that he is, because can you imagine a little 6-year-old kid going to kindergarten, first grade, and talking about Jesus as dad?
Yeah, that wouldn't go well.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm sure the little kid is
On
not
career day,
on
what does
career
your dad
day.
do?
Oh, here's my dad, Jesus, and then Justin steps up.
He would come in and try to brainwash the other little kids, I bet.
Oh, I know, and save their parents because they're obviously fornicators. And,
That's how you get lynched.
Mhm.
yeah, but I'm certain that the kid isn't socialized much. because I don't think they have any friends. I can't see them having the gang over for a barbecue.
That's child abuse. I mean, especially if we know CPS has already been involved, they need to be monitoring that situation a little more closely. I don't know how a child is allowed to stay with any parent who claims that they're God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he talks about, they go RVing, they go doing stuff. You should see the kids' toys, their electric cars everywhere, and games. And
his mom bought all of this.
And everybody should pat him on the back because he forgives his 6-year-old son every day.
For what?
Exactly. It's like, you're
being
father.
sick.
Why do you have to forgive your son on a daily basis?
What was that, Maggie?
I says that really got me.
Yeah, right?
I didn't even realize he was doing that.
Yeah,
he said that in a video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we watched this week, and
That's
I forgive him every day.
for like being born.
Or I take something off him, and I thought, you're psycho. That means you're taking it off day after day after day when it should be dealt with there and then forgotten about.
Right.
We're going to psychologically bloody destroy your child.
Yeah, and a 6-year-old doesn't even comprehend like why you're mad at. I mean, maybe if he breaks something, he would see why you're mad. But every single day you have to forgive your 6-year-old for something. Imagine the weight that he's putting on that.
Exactly.
Essentially, that's like a toddler almost. He's putting that weight on his shoulders.
He can't please his dad. He's never going to be able to please daddy.
It's going to be a hell of a rebellion, though.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, Dad, you made me feel like I was always wrong and needed to be forgiven every day, and that I was a piece of shit. Okay, so now I'm going to let the air out of your tires.
That's
something.
evil.
Make a little kid feel like he's always wrong and needs forgiveness. What the hell is that?
You always go back and remember your childhood at some stage in your life, no matter how or what happened. You remember it.
And even if you don't specifically remember everything, like, if a dog scares the shit out of you when you're 2 years old, you may be scared of dogs for the rest of your life and never even remember that memory. So who knows what he's implanting into that kid?
Yeah, unless there's intervention to undo all that damage, that kid is doomed.
Yeah. And Shani and Uzi's kids.
That's the funny thing with these people. With Tila, Shani, Justin, it's like they're all just silly dipshits except for the kids. The fact that there are kids involved makes it evil. It straight up needs to be stopped at all costs.
Yeah.
That makes it
damaged children, all of them, and it's awful. And I bloody pray for them all the time, regardless of Jeebus.
And those kids are going to grow up with problems of their own. They're going to mess with other people's lives, intentionally or unintentionally. Their problems are going to become society's problems. And it's just like, all just because this narcissistic idiot wanted his kid to believe he was God, all of a sudden, like, everyone's life in the future is possibly affected. So it's just, I don't know. They could go on to shoot up a school or become a serial killer. You don't know.
Oh, God.
But not socialized properly.
Yeah, and he's not going to attempt to socialize them properly either.
Well, he doesn't dare, because can you see this guy interacting with other parents at the PTA meeting?
Yeah, I wonder if he would stop the God shtick around other parents who might endanger his, situation.
I'm sure not, because, he's on a mission to save souls, and, he's unstoppable.
We need to start with his own when he can find it.
If he has one, I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, the soul. Well, he's collecting souls, so I wonder how many he has right now.
Or is he storing them up his asshole? He's only got his wife so far.
Maybe that's all that'll fit. He's a pretty tiny guy. He's really like emaciated. He's got these really prominent sunken in cheeks and cheekbones sticking out.
Yeah, he does.
Michael, I think there's a little substance going on there.
I don't know. I'm not sure. There's sometimes I can't always tell. I can tell you when someone definitely for sure is, though, but I haven't got that vibe from him yet.
I do. Well, it's all the constant sniffing.
Alcoholism, I suspect. But
No, I think he'd be fatter if it was alcoholism. I think there's some speedy stuff going on.
well, who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Time will tell, won't it? And we'll find out in a few years when his kid is on Dr. Phil.
Yeah. If Dr. Phil's still around, he's been here almost 20 years now.
I know he's older than God. Sorry, Jesus.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life. Are you ready to get real? I wish I knew more Dr. Phil phrases, but
I know. I love Dr. Phil. I think he's a hoot. Yeah. So you guys, we're coming up on an hour here, actually. So
And you did really well, Michael.
you what?
You've done really well.
Oh, thank you.
He's a natural, so.
Yeah.
I know he's a natural fag. You know, there's nothing better.
I'm really good at sodomy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, don't send me that link, okay?
Okay.
Just one man in one cup.
Check out my OnlyFans, guys. I marked everything down to $6.
Oh,
I'm gonna put my vape pen up my ass.
oh, and then make that noise of yeah.
Oh,
My
I thought
love.
you meant the shanty noise.
No, I meant the vaping noise. I don't know if your ass can do that though. Can it?
Hold on, I
do
can vape with my ass. Hold on.
All right. All right. Wow.
Pretty tight ass.
Yeah, I do my kegels. I am the sexy vegan messiah. It's Dr. Phil reference for you all.
Very good. Yeah, men can do kegels. Men can do it because all it is clutching your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, so
I'm doing
that's
that
what a
right
kegel
I'm trying to keep the hamster in.
is. So Michael, when you clutch your butt, does it make your dick jump?
Yes, it does. In fact, I didn't
Hey.
notice that till you said that, but yeah, I'm doing well. I learned a new trick.
Robin.
Sorry,
Oh, I have a boner now. No, I'm just kidding.
this is my show, and I can say anything I want to
That's
Michael.
what we want you to do. That's the Robin we love.
The boner went away. I thought of Shanny's twat.
Oh, no. Oh yeah, Mystery One says Mikey's got a sodomy gun. Yes, he does.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't need a real gun.
Just cocked and loaded. Okay. Okay. So let's go one at a time. Veronica, do you have any final thoughts?
Just I guess Cassandra. Why I don't have anything to say to them. I just can't even think of anything.
Oh,
They're
well,
just
I know
they
there's-
blow my mind. I
You don't want to offer yourself to Justin to
No.
be his second wife.
yeah, look out, Cassandra. I got a thing for Messiahs.
Oh my God, you don't know what you just did when you said that. She's gonna let that get to her head. Justin will let it get to his head.
Oh my God, she's going to go out and buy makeup now, I bet you.
But she don't have to pretty herself up in the morning.
I know.
Because he don't think that's pretty.
But he
Yeah.
secretly does.
Secretly, it's hardly a secret. Look how he's going after Veronica. Jeez.
Veronica, he wants you to help him put on his makeup and teach him how to be a woman.
I could do that. I could help you put on makeup. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, no, he just help him bring out his feminine side, because I feel like once it clicks, a part of him that he's never embraced before, well, I don't know, maybe he'll go full nail on. You think?
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
For Steven, you know, he's probably androgynous by nature.
He's
you
the
know?
hermaphrodite.
Yeah,
He
he's
can compete
the
with Steven for the
hermaphrodite.
king hermaphrodite.
Right.
Yeah. The thing about Justin is that Naylan is way prettier than Justin. So, you know, that's off the table. You know, no, Naylan wins that contest about the pretty transition.
Naylan's got a boyfriend.
Steven would have wore makeup, but he's hideous as a woman, so
Someone photoshopped Steven in makeup. It didn't look right.
It
Yeah.
didn't look right. So, did you say Naylan had a boyfriend?
Yeah, they're making out all over
So on
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Tongues and everything.
Mm-hmm. Frank.
Nalon's hair is really strange looking right now, too. It looks like Judy Jetson.
He started to put on some weight, though. I saw a little pooch in his belly.
Yeah, well, good for her.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm sorry, hers.
or maybe he's
Yeah,
drugged.
I go back and forth all the time on accident.
Slipped. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
probably
know.
not. I mean, I just did it. She's probably not watching anyway because I think that she's actually moved on with her life, which
I think she
you know,
has. Yeah.
she doesn't even bother me anymore. So that's a pretty good sign.
Well, you know,
you
she
shut her
throws
down
herself
pretty-
all the way in when she meets someone. So
Yeah.
And you shut her down pretty good and efficiently. So probably she went, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Michael, we're saying goodbye here. You have any final pearls of wisdom?
No, just Justin, you're a pussy idiot and your kid's going to hate you, but they'll get taken away from you before that happens. So look forward to that. That's my prophecy. Dipshit.
Dipshit asshole.
he's pretty good at prophesying. So.
Mm-hmm. My timing's not always great, but the end result, always get it.
You're always on the right path, Michael.
You are.
Yeah.
He's following a spiritual path of homoism.
Homoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah.
We have a shout out for Cape Town. They got the Helton kids. Who is it? The Kentucky CPS. They are doing something.
Oh, they're taking Von Helton's kids?
Kids, yeah. Hopefully for good.
Good.
Oh, wow. Yay, Kentucky CPS.
The law enforcement has been doing a great job the last couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, law enforcement.
Yeah.
And
Also-
YouTube for allowing people to incriminate themselves and
Yes.
making it easier to build a case.
Exactly.
No kidding. So, okay, my dears. Okay, Maggie, you
Yes.
want a final word, dear?
Yes, I'm going to put him back as soon as I can.
Yeah. Is it making you uncomfortable that he's out in the open like that?
No,
Staring at you.
but not just in time.
Oh.
It's a long, long story because I talk to dead people, you see.
Oh, me
Even
too.
my psychiatrist knows that.
I talk to dead people too.
I am a dead person.
Yeah. We're all dead. We're actually all in hell right now. So
I
we're dead
know.
in hell.
Truth. That's the truth.
That's
Yeah.
the truth. I'm having the best time.
Hopefully there's a lower health so some of us can go there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Justin.
Enjoy, people. Forget about what's going off around you. If it's not affecting you, say feck off.
Yeah.
Word on the matter.
Okay, you guys, I'm closing this out. Have a happy rest of your Sunday. I hope we all get past this daylight saving time nonsense. You know, I'm going to hate getting up an hour earlier in the morning. But I love you all dearly.
Well, the 29th. Or
What?
is it just here? Our clocks don't go forward till the 29th.
Really?
Yeah, ours is today.
Yeah.
Really? That's
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah, we're here an hour earlier. It's really only 9 o'clock here where I am, but you know, my clock says 10, big liar.
Beat the shit up. Pick it up and break it. Teach it a lesson.
I will.
That's what Justin does to his wife when she gets out of line.
I know, and then there's a restraining order and all that nasty business happening. Okay,
Justin.
darlings, I love you all. I'm ending the broadcast. Goodbye, chat. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the
Thank
three
you.
people watching. Okay, bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.